r/ask Reddit. What is the weirdest advice you have heard that is strangely effective? To improve your posture, pretend that you are shooting lasers out of your nipples and trying to shoot people in the head. LMAO, when I was trying to train myself to get better confidence and stop looking at the ground whenever I walk, talk, etc. I would take walks and imagine that there are headlights coming out of my tits and I needed to shine the way. We got told eyes, teeth, tits at an all boys class. The teacher was great though, so got away with it. If you can't fight the fear, do it scared. Got me through a lot of anxiety. I tell myself my increased heart rate and racing thoughts are just signs that my body is priming itself to allow me to do something I didn't know I could do. I used to think they were signs to quit, but they're really an ignition sequence. Love ignition sequence. I think that will help my little one who struggles with anxiety. Thanks. Don't beat yourself up forever. Beat yourself up once then move on. Mr. Homer Simpson. That's actually good. My favorite Homerism is just because I don't care doesn't mean I don't understand. Lisa, if you don't like your job, you don't strike. You go in every day and do it really half-assed. That's the American way. When writing an email, leave the recipient field until last. And add the attachments first. Yup, so many times when I started as a contractor I would send my invoice without the actual invoice. How to unclog your nose. Close your mouth and pinch your nose so you can't breath. Shake your head up and down until you need to breath. Remove your hand from your nose and breath through your nose, not your mouth. Been doing this for a while now and it's pretty effective. Nose wasn't clogged and tried this. Now I have been sneezing for the past 5 minutes. Bless you. Holding your breath for a prolonged time is extremely effective at getting rid of a boner. Instructions are clear. Do not, I repeat, do not hold your breath until you die, or you may end up getting your boner back. You can't actually kill yourself by holding your breath. You can only hold your breath until you pass out. After you pass out, you automatically start breathing again. Unless you fall into a pool or have a bad landing when you pass out, you'll be fine. I was kind of bummed that my kids never tried the give me what I want or I'll hold my breath tactic. I always thought it would be funny to run and get pillows to place around them and then be like, okay, go. Fail quickly. As in, if your plan may not succeed, better to find out next week than next year. Help me quit a suffocating job and dig into my own business. 10 out of 10. I've learned this after becoming a father, not because I'm failing parenting but because I watch kids fail some more and then succeed. It's amazing how shamelessly and effortlessly they fail and keep going. This applies in a professional setting too. I'm a software engineer. The client I'm working for right now has a virtual machine that's absolutely required for running and testing the software that several hundred people use on a daily basis. When building a new instance, this VM will quite often run for several hours and then fail. Wouldn't it be great if it could? Oh, I dunno. Query if the required services are actually up and running before starting to build so it could tell you in seconds that hey, I can't actually do anything because this service right here is non-functional, fail fast, and stop wasting my damn time. If looking for something in a low light environment, try to use your peripheral vision. I read about it in an old World War II manual about aerial combat at night. It has something to do with how eyes work. It has helped me many times over the years. For finding stuff in a darkened room, or outside in a field at night, not aerial combat. Also a great trick if you're into astronomy and trying to find a faint star. I noticed this. I would look at the night sky and see certain stars when not looking directly at them, but when focused on the same star, it wasn't visible. I didn't know it was an actual thing, I just thought my eyes were messed up. Get someone to warm to you by asking them for a small favor, not asking to do something for them, but asking them to do something for you. I have no idea why this works, but it does. It makes them feel needed and important, at least for you. Similarly, I was thinking it shows that you trust them. Counterintuitive maybe, but it helped my anxiety immensely. In general, no one cares about you, what you're doing, or gives you a second thought once you're out of their sight. It really helped me to stop being self-conscious all the time in public. Most people only realize this when they are really being looked at, Like me when I had really bad acne, my world changed for the better because I had a better perspective on my anxiety. Anxiety and my acne crippled my ass. Would lose my mind when I could see other people's eyes scanning my facial constellations. No one thinks about you as much as you do, meaning they're all worried about people thinking about the tiniest embarrassing things we do, when no one really cares. It gave me freedom to take on more challenges and not worry about failure. 2 from elderly southern relatives. Something ain't nothing. Taking 5 minutes to work out, clean, work on a big project, etc. is better than 0 minutes. We often think we've got to do 2 hours of rigorous work or it doesn't accomplish anything. Time will pass either way. If you want to work to get better at something, accomplish a long-term goal, or change careers or credentials, don't look at the 5 years and think you'll be too old. If you're 24 and want to go to college, you'll be 28 in 4 years with or without a degree regardless of what you do in that time. On that second one, my grandpa said something best. My dad was talking about how he'd be 50 once he graduated if he went back to college. My grandpa responded, how old will you be if you don't go? This is brilliant. Rinse your cereal bowl straight away. That stuff sets like concrete. But I was just about to eat the cereal. Did he stutter? It's only embarrassing if you're embarrassed. The older I get, the more I understand this one. Edit. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the awards and feedback. If you're not willing to look stupid, nothing good is ever gonna happen to you. Dr. Gregory House. Don't give excuses unless they ask for it. I.e. if you are late for work, just say that you are late, not why you are late. Never volunteer more information than is needed to get through the situation. Sometimes you'll just make things worse by moving their focus to something they didn't even know about. I.e., sorry I'm late to the meeting. I was trying to help coworker finish up their presentation. Boss, what? Open bracket. Coworker told me they submitted that last week. Now you're late and got your coworker in a jam. One time I got a super shitty report card and my parents came in the room saying something like, we know you messed up, but if you admit what you did was wrong you'll be in less trouble. Not knowing what they were talking about, I admitted me and my buddy were selling weed. I did not get in less trouble. I got grounded for a summer. Sucking at something is the first step to being sorta good at something. Honestly, it's deflated the embarrassment of making mistakes when learning new things. It's okay to suck at something on your way to okayness. It's okay to not be good at your hobby. I honestly take kind of perverse pride in how unmarketable the stuff I make is. My art is gloriously imperfect, but it makes me happy, and it's almost this rebellious joy in knowing I made it to please nobody but me. I actually argued with a recent art teacher because she said my customers would not like something, and I pointed out that I'm my only customer and I like it fine. Now I just need to overcome that and get to the point that I accept it's okay to make high quality things, and that still doesn't mean I have to monetize it. But yeah, in a world that tries to commoditize all your free time and turn every interest into a hustle, making something unmarketable can be an act of rebellion. One time the guy who came to fix my refrigerator told me, if you don't know what to do, drink some water. It's actually surprisingly solid advice. I don't know what to comment. Sips. This is actually a pretty common tactic for presenters, speakers, etc. Someone asks a tough question, don't go up and then go into your answer. Instead, take a drink of water while you mentally prepare a reply. For all my others or other who struggle with executive function, do chores while waiting. Have something in the oven. Let's see how much laundry you can fold before the timer goes off. Microwave. I bet you can empty the dishwasher in 90 seconds. On a phone call, pop in those earbuds and let's tidy while we talk. I get so hung up on waiting mode. Trademark sign. And the novelty of trying to accomplish a small task during that interim feels a bit like a deadline pressure, which is basically the only thing that motivates me. Tricking my brain into a mini productive panic is startlingly effective. As a 30-something adult with newly diagnosed ADHD, I don't operate that way. I follow the if you give a mouse a cookie model. Put something in the oven? Sure, I can vacuum while I wait. Oh damn. The kids led their basketball inside. Why did they have it inside anyway? I'll put it in the garage. Man, this garage is filthy. I'll just tidy it up a minute. Hey, I found my fishing pole. I wonder if the pond around the corner actually has any fish in it. I'll just grab some chicken scraps, bait, and a beer from the garage fridge and go check. Meanwhile, my brownies have started a house fire and I'm trying to figure out where to do with this catfish I caught. I should have brought a bucket. You have my brand of ad, apparently, and sometimes noticing all the things that need done turn into being overwhelmed and frozen from doing anything at all. If you want to buy something, wait 24 hours, and if you still want to buy it afterwards, then buy it. This has really cut my impulse buying down and has made saving money extremely easy. Personally, I calculate the item based on hours needed to work and try to visualize if me working those hours for it is worth it. Edit. I just want to mention I have OCD, so the waiting 24 hours thing did not work for me. Sometimes you have to find the method that works for you. People don't always remember what you say but how you make them feel. Here in Brazil, once I read something like this: your neighbors won't remember that you said good morning, but try to say duck you and they'll remember it for the rest of the day. I built the bridge that connects our town with the nearby city, but do they call me Tom the Bridge Builder? No. I set up the local fire brigade, but do they call me Tom the Firefighter? No. I do home repairs for my neighbors whenever they ask, but do they call me Tom the Handyman? No. But you duck one goat. This is one I came up with to explain my self-esteem. You can't sad your ugly away. I woke up one day after years of torment, a lot of which from myself, and realized that being upset about how I look won't make me any prettier. So I may as well just own my looks. I can fix what I can, but being upset about it ain't gonna do shit. May as well love my fugly self. Loving myself when I felt no one else would, and being happy and enjoying life despite it all. It really is the greatest revenge I could come up with. My therapist told me, would you befriend someone that would talk to you the way you talk to yourself? Be your own friend first and things will be kinder. Thanks for your quote. Very poignant. Honestly, I had self-image issues until I heard someone say, I'm not ugly, I'm just not my type, which I'll always remember. Everyone's someone's type, damn it.